forgot to say faithful Christ believer. So the story, I'm going to tell you a short story about my journey this year. I don't have anything written down. Irma told me speak from the heart, and that's what I'm going to try to do. I'm a little nervous, so bear with me. Uh, Actually, the story that I'm going to tell you tonight is not about myself, actually. It's about God. God's. Hello? Okay. About God, how He has worked in my life this year and in my family's life this year, His miracles, His blessings, His enormous mercy, His love, His kindness, and I can go on and on and on and on and on. This year, I have won 4 battles already. I haven't won the war yet, but I am expecting to win the war in 2024, next year. So back in February of this year, I was diagnosed with breast cancer. It all started with, just a normal checkup, girls' checkup. They found something malignant on my breast, and the oncologist said, let's get it out. Let's get it out. Hurry up. Let's do all the pre-operational stuff, and you're going to get it out, and you're going to be okay. I said, okay, let's do it. So they did an x-ray on me, lab work, and they found a tumor on my lung. And he told me, did you know that you had a tumor on your lung? I'm like, no. Have you felt sick? No, just a little tired. He said, well, you have a tumor on your lung, and that is more difficult and more important than the breast. Forget about the breast right now, and let's focus on the lung. So I was freaking out, and I had my day of crying, and I'm human. So I'm sure all of you have had those days where we just have to humble ourselves before the Lord, and He lifts us up, right? So the doctor said, I'm very blessed to have a very good group of doctors, great group of oncologists down in Tijuana, actually. The doctor said, okay, you know what? Let's do a PET scan. I think God is working through my doctor's brain, because he just says these things, and that has helped me so much. He said, let's do a PET scan. Let's see what else we find in your body. I said, okay, let's do it. So I had to go all the way to Tecate, get a PET scan, and they found another tumor down in my colon. So that is the primary tumor that they found. But it took him a while to find it. I mean, the PET scan said it, that I had it, but the doctors, when they went in there, they couldn't see it, and I thought it was a miracle. There's no tumor. But God wanted it the other way. God wanted me to have a tumor there for a reason, for something good. Something good is going to come out of all of this. So the primary tumor, the colon tumor, got removed. I also had an exploration surgery where they opened my stomach and they saw everything inside of me, even my heart. That's another surgery that I survived. I had one of my lungs removed with another tumor. And then I had the breast surgery where they removed the chunk. So that's a total of 4 surgeries, 4 battles that God made me win this year. And like I said, this story is not about me. God is just using me as an instrument, because I know there's something good coming out of all of this. Of course, in the beginning, because we're human, we say, why me, why? There's no cancer in my family. My mom always told me, you're never going to get cancer. There's nobody in the family with cancer. And there I am with cancer. So it's been very hard for our family to deal with all of this. It's been very scared. We've been very scared and frightened sometimes. But God has been a rock. Every time I was in the hospital before a surgery, I had this song, the song that I'm going to sing in a few minutes. I had this song in my mind. Every time I was in the surgery room, I was singing it in my head, sometimes singing it out loud, and the nurses just saw me like, this crazy lady. But it's because we have to walk in faith. We walk by faith, not by sight. So God has been very merciful. I've surrendered I've surrendered to him and I said, God, I'm yours and you're mine. Wherever you want to take me in this journey, of course I want to stay in this earth. I want to continue my mission as a mom, as a daughter, as a wife, as a friend, as a Christian. I want to continue growing spiritually. And I think that is what God is doing in my life. I think I'm getting a doctorate's degree in life with cancer. This year, I've grown so much spiritually. I used to be a worry freak. I used to be a perfectionist. I used to be anxious about cleaning the house and like a chicken without a head. And now I'm like, you know what? It's not even worth it. It's not worth it. Let me just sit down and enjoy a movie. Let me just sit down and talk to my kids. So I have learned. This has been a learning experience for me. And I cannot believe that I'm going to say this, but I thank God for this cancer. Because it has made me grow as a person. It has made me grow as a spiritual being. And I told him before the surgeries, the 4 surgeries, if you want to take me, Lord, I know I'm going right with you. I know where I will be. I know, I'm sure of that. Because I declare that Jesus is your son and that Jesus died on the cross for me to save me from my sins. So I try to follow the 12 commandments. I try to be a good person. I don't have hate in my heart for anybody. I've made amends with anybody that I have hurt or they have hurt me. So I told the Lord, if you're ready, if you want me to go with you, I'm ready. But of course, I want to stay here. I want to continue my mission in this earth. So he still has me here for a reason. I hope I inspire you in a way, but do not lose your hope in God. Do not lose your trust, your faith. I know God did not say that this was going to be a perfect world. There's going to be troubles and tribulations. It's in the Bible. So all of us, we're going to go to struggles of any kind. So we always have to remain faithful. We have to remain trusting. And we have to remain praying, doing our devotionals, doing our songs, singing, listening to music. The whole day you have to be connected to the plug. You have to be connected to the outlet, which is God, the whole day. Not just in the morning, not just at night. That's what I have learned. And the enemy flies away when he sees that you're connected. And sometimes he comes. Sometimes he comes and he wants to steal your peace. He came to me in the hospital. I was crying desperate because I was in pain. And the next day I was, you know what? I'm so sorry, Jesus. I'm so sorry because the pain that you went through, it was way worse than what I'm going through. When you were in the cross, when they were beating you up and they were spitting on you and they were doing all those horrible things to you, that was the most horrible thing in the world, more than what I'm going through. So do not lose your faith if you're going through something right now. Do not lose your hope. Do not lose your trust. And stay connected to the outlet the whole day, like a lamp. The whole day the lamp has to be on. You stay connected to the outlet, to God, the whole day. You can pray while you're washing the dishes. You can pray while you're driving. You can pray while you're, I don't know, whenever. You can pray whenever. That's what I do. I start to worry, I start to pray. Do not worry about anything, but pray about everything. Another one is, it's hard for me to remember the verses, but God makes you strong. Philippians 4:13. God is my strength. Yeah. The other one is that I remember is she walks with strength and dignity, and she laughs without fear of the future. That's another one that I remember. And I will never leave you or forsake you. Those are the ones that stuck with me throughout this journey, this cancer journey. So please pray for me. On January, I start my chemotherapy. It's going to be 6 months. Pray for me. Keep me on your prayers and my family on your prayers. And thank you so much for letting me share.